we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this. We gotta get some filters going. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. And we gotta do some sound effects. Hello, everybody. Oh, we gotta get this around. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. We are going to be learning how to read the abacus. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. What we're going to do is we're going to... What is this? That's cool. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, that's very cool. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be reading the abacus. And we're going to do this one. Are we doing this one? Let's do this one. Nope, we're going to do this one. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. So, we have our abacus, and abacus is accounting of... Hello, Dawn! Hello. Hey, Danny, how's it going? What you doing? Guess what we're going to do today?
Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. We are learning how to read the abacus, and this abacus is hello, Danny. Hello, Dawn. Thank you so much for dropping by. We're going to be reading the abacus. The top beat is a value of 1, and then we have 1, 1, 1. No. We have 3 1s, so that would be 3. So 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Hello, everybody. What we're doing is we're visualizing our numbers. Visualize your numbers. Visualize your numbers. When you visualize your numbers, you'll be able to understand what to do. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please, for those of you that are starting with me new, please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. So we have 8 on the abacus. That's what 8 looks like. Thank you so much for liking the live. I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap it out, because if we could get this out to the FYP, we can bring math and math anxiety people into the live, so then they don't be scared of math. We are here not to be scared of math. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. If it's anything, what do they say? Tapping is clapping. So thank you, everybody. If you guys can just tap it out, that would be great. So we're going to continue on and understanding how to read the abacus. Whenever the beads are touching this horizontal bar, over 100 thanks. Everyone keep going. Oh, that's so cool, Dawn. Thank you so much for reminding us. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. So if we can add to the horizontal bar, what does that mean? When the beads are touching this horizontal bar right here, that's what's being counted. So this right here is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have the top beat. The top beat is a value of 5. So what this is, it looks like it's going to be, let's get to 500 likes as we learn. Boom! 500 likes! Boom! Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. You're so good, Dawn. You're so good. Ah, that's so good. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Because what we're trying to do is we try to get to the FYP, and then after we get to the FYP, hopefully people will not be scared of math. So this answer is 45. That's what this is. This is 45. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a 5. When you notice, we have our place values. We have our 1s, our 10s, our 100s, our 1000s, our 10,000s. Why am I here? Why? Because I have a label right here. This label is my thousands. I'm sorry, my ones. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments, I'm thinking thousands. Thank you so much. So this is my ones place. This is the dot. This is a label for my ones place. So when I look, I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, and my 10,000s. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So we have 4 tens. That's what this is. 4 tens, and then we have 1 fives. 5 ones. 5 ones. So this is how we get 45. So the answer to this is 45. We have our next number. For those of you that are joining, please let me know if you know what this answer is. For those of you that are interested, anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar right here, it is being counted. We are working with a 2-digit number. The 2-digit number is, we have 5 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know what 5 plus 4 is. 5 plus 4 is 90. And then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, at 2,000 already. It's not even been 5 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. For those of you that are interested, this is a counting tool. This counting tool tells us how to visualize our numbers. So, for those of you who are here, welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world.
So this is actually 94. When we're looking, it's 94. How do we get 94? Because we have a 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we're looking, that's what 94 looks like. Thank you, everybody, so much for liking the live. Thank you, everybody. So 94 looks like this. If you can see, it's very easy, right? Simple to use, easy to understand. We have 90, we have 4, and then we have our next number. We have 80. 3. So we have 5, 1, 2, we have 5 and then 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and then we have 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. And then we have 83. If you notice, we have 80. We have our 80 is in our tens column, and then we have the 3 in the ones column. Thank you for the follow, Wonder Killer. Thank you so much for the follow. And so we're doing, if for those of you that are interested, go ahead and check in over at the Orange Heart Me. That will keep you in my community. So if you like the content, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we have our next number. For those of you that just joined and I gave you a little bit of instructions on how this is, let me know in the chat what you think this is. This is a 2-digit number. This 2-digit number is what? We have our ones, and then we have our 5s. The top is a value of 5, and then we have our 1s. What number do you think that is? For those of you that are joining, let me know what this number is. Don't be shy, because if you need to learn, no, let's see. Don't be shy, because we're all here to learn. Active learning is better than passive watching. Is it 10? It is almost. Not quite. It is actually 30. 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. We're not adding the two columns together. What we're doing is every number is represented in each column. Thank you so much for trying. Thank you so much for trying. Thank you, Rotten Blue, and thank you, A Few Minutes with Justin. And then that one kid. Thank you. Yes, it is 30. It is 8 because we have 1, 1, 1, 1. 3 ones in the tens column, and then we have 8, 5 plus 3 is 8. So we have our 10s and our 1s. I hope that made sense. So thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. Yes, it is 30. It is 8. So put it together. It is 38. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We have our next number. We're not combining the columns. Every column is its own individual number, and they all have the number representation. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top is a value of 5. We have 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And then we have 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. And we can do it again. We can do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So if you notice, this is not 10. This is 55. 10 is a 1 and a 0. So let's try it again. So we have our 10s and we have our 1s. What number do you think that is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Yes. Is it 18? Is it 18? Is it 28? It is 28. Thank you, Rotten Berries. Is it 68? Oh, actually, sorry. No, it's not 28. It's 68. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Daisy. It is 68 because the top beat is a value of 5. Even though there's 2 beats, this horizontal bar is what differentiates between the top beat and the bottom beat. The top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. This is what 28 looks like. This is what 18 looks like. So when we're looking, you got the 8 right, which is great because we have the 5 and then 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 8. But then when we're looking, this is actually 68. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for the comments, right? It's starting to make sense. Please keep on trying, because if you don't try, then you'll never remember. So we're continuing on to understanding how to read the beads. I'm going to zero out my abacus, and I'm going to add my 10s. I'm going to add my 1s. How are we doing this? Oh, good, JJ. Each bead is its own place value. Yes, every column is its own place value. So when we're looking, we have multiple place values. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. How are we doing? So thank you, Lauren. It is 30. It is 8. Thank you, Daisy. So when we're looking, we have the top bead is a value of 5. Don't forget the top bead. Thank you, thank you, Justin. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Daisy and Lauren. So we're going to continue on. Well, let's see what happens. You'll notice I'm over here. The reason why I'm over here is because I have this label. This is my ones label. That tells me that this is the ones. So when I'm looking, I can actually do 6, 5, 4, 3. But I don't talk it like that, right? What you say is 3,456. You might want to do 650, 400, 3,000. But we never talk that way. We never talk from right to left. We always go from left to right. So it's 3,456. You'll notice that there's another dot here. This dot here is another comma. That's another label. It's just like the comma in when we write it, because it's difficult to see if this was the number, right? So having a comma is kind of nice. That's why there's this label. I forgot the top bead. And so let's take it one more time. Let's take it to 73,456. Point. We have our decimal between our ones and our tenths, and then be 2 and then the 5. So we have 73,456.55. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. We are learning how to read the abacus. Thank you so much. So you might be wondering what number this is. What number do we think this is? Let me help you. Let me help you. It is this one.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So let's break that down. 55,555, right? 0.55. So when we're looking, we're understanding that these are all the values of 5s. And whenever they're touching the top bead, whenever the top bead is touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So then, thank you, Justin, so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the rose. We're going to continue on. We could do a row of 6s. That'd be a row of 6s. We could do a row of 8s. We could do a row of 8s. We can even do a row of 9s. But guess what? Let me help you with this one.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
It would be tough to have your own problems. Thank you for the follow. Hello. Hello, Wonderkilla. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, JJ, for the follow. Thank you, Kylie. I hope I'm saying that right, Kylie. So it is 99,900. I'm going to get it slower. So we have 99,000, right? We have the 10,000s, the thousands. So every column is a place value. We have the 100, so it'll be 99,999.99. Thank you so much, Kylie, for the follow. Thank you, Donnie, for the follow. So that is what 99 looks like. So you might be wondering, well, what's 10? Well, 10 is a 2-digit number. If 10 is a 2-digit number, what happens? Well, it would be a ones, right? This would be the ones, and then this would be the 1. I'm sorry, this would be the tens. So we have our 10 and a 0. There we go. So we have a 10 and a 0. So that's what 10 would look like. Does that make sense? Let me know if you have any questions about the abacus, please. If you have any questions about the abacus, because I am here to answer all your questions on the abacus. I have been teaching abacus for about 20 years. I've been on live for, it seems like forever, but it is not. I am here to take over the world.
Gee, babe, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So 0, nothing moved. 0 means it's reset. It is clear. So when we're resetting this. None of the beads are touching this horizontal bar. That's what that means. So let's take it one more step. What happens, you know what? Because these are ones to over here, you can actually label this as the ones place. So then you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I choose this one to be my ones place, like a Pokemon, you need to choose one. Oh, I can't see that. You need to choose one. I choose this one to be my Pokemon, like a Pokemon. I don't know. I was trying to figure out this thing, but I always say choose. So every time I choose, I think about Pokemon, and I want to choose this one.
Pokemon, I choose you.
So this would be my ones, and then I could do 0.00001. So I have a really, really small number, right? So we're going to continue to have this one as the ones place, and we can actually relate it to Roman numerals. We could do 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the value of 5. Just like in Roman numerals, there's a V. So this is the 5, and then we have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 7, right? 5 plus 2, 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. We have 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 10. That's what 10 would look like. Now, thank you, LBP. Are you not understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
We can continue on. So we have 1, right? Just like tally marks. We have 2, that's 2. We have 3, we have 3. We have 4, that's 4. Hello, Shadow! Welcome, Shadow. How is it going? Do you have bubble gum?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hello, Shadow. So in the tally marks, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have this. This is the value of 5, just like the slash. So if I do this, this is the value of 5. And then we could do 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. I'm sorry, I can't see that. And then here we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Notice the slash is the 5, and then we add the 2. So it is kind of like the tally marks. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then we have 10. That's what 10 is. There we go. How are we doing? How's it going? Are we all right? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to continue on with the maze. This is my maze. Here we go. So for those of you that just joined, what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. And for those of you that have been with me for a little bit, let me know what number this is. So don't forget, we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000. So when we have it, this would be our number. Thank you, Justin. It is 4. Easy, simple to use, easy to understand. So that number is 4. There we go. Sorry. That number is 4. Oh, hold on. Hello. My friend is live. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to... Sorry, I didn't post this. If you're interested, I do have this book available in my TikTok shop. It is pinned down below. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello, Hyterian. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Okay, good, LB. I'm happy that you're keeping up. It makes sense, right? Because that's what I was doing, is I was just explaining the basics. And so our next number is, after we finish how to read the abacus, we'll go into some adding and subtracting, and depending on when my dinner is ready. So, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, LB, so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. So, we are going to do our next number. We have our tens, and we have our tens, and we have our ones. We have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do you think this is? Thank you everybody for joining. Don't forget, the top bead is a value of 5. The bottom bead is a value of 1. We have 38. No, Justin! Yes, LB, it is 78. LB comes to save the day. Yes, it is. Because the top bead is a value of 5 and the 2 bottom beads is a value of 1. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And then our next one is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So we have 78. Here we go. See? Everybody can learn. Just like everybody can cook. Oh, I got to get that sound bit. Just like everybody can cook, everybody can do math. I'm telling you. I believe everybody can do math. That's what I believe. So we have our next number. We have our tens and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? Justin, come on. Look at it. Look at it. We have to pay attention to the top bead. There's the horizontal bar right here. It is not 44. How do you get 44? The top bead, right, is touching the horizontal bar. The bottom bead is touching the horizontal bar. There's only 3 bottom beads touching the horizontal bar. This one has 4 beads touching the horizontal bar. So when we're looking, maybe it's a little bit not close enough. It is 84. Thank you, Sia. It is 84. Yes, LB. Thank you, Justin. It is. Thank you, Fred Neck. Thank you. That's a very funny name, Fred Neck. Yes. 84. It is 84. That's it. There we go. So we have 84 over here. And then we have our number. Great. How are we doing? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm sorry, I keep getting the top one. Yes, the top one will always be worth 5. That blue is a tricky one. It is. It is. You know what, though? What I do is I usually look from top down and I see if the blue is touching, then I know it is counted. If it's not touching, then I just keep going. So if I have 5 and then I have this, then I know this is 6. If I have this, then I know I have 5 plus 2 is 7. If I have this, I know 5 plus 3 is 8. So what I do is I go from top down. If I go from top down and I do this, then I know this is 1. If I come from top down and I have that, that would be 2. So, what do we have? We have 90. From the top down, 5 plus 4 is 9. And then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done, everybody. Well done. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, LB. Well done. Well done. Well done, people. Well done. I need to get... Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's a good one.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
93. Thank you so much for joining. And we are finally to our last one. So our last one here is, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Alex the Goat, thank you so much for the hearts. Those are really pretty. Thank you, Justin. It is. Is it 62? Is it? Is it 62? 62. How do we get that? Because we have the top bead is a value of 5 and the bottom bead's a value of 1. Together, they make 6. And then we have 2 bottom beads. Well done, Justin. So we have 2 bottom beads and that's 2. So together, the 10s and the 1s, we have 62. How are we doing? Does that make sense? So what we're going to do is, thank you, Justin. What we're going to do now is we're going to start adding. Yes, it is. Don't try to trick me. So that is my book. For those of you that are interested, I do have this book. It is a 3-digit puzzle. I'm sorry, a 2-digit puzzle. We talk about the 10s and the 1s. We start talking about how to read the abacus, like single digit, and then you color in the. And what I like to do is I want to add in the coloring because I feel like coloring is supposed to be very relaxing. And then we start reviewing what the double digits are. The double digits is the 10s and the 1s, and so when we're looking, we have 30 and 6. So when we're looking at 36, because I have my 1s place here, I'll have 30 and then 6, and then we can do another review. This would be 84, 80 and then 4. So notice that the top bead is a value. The top bead is not touching, so this is 4 and then the 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you everybody, thank you. And we have our next number. So this right here is called a masked maze. The masked maze is what I was using to cover up the path. The reason why I give you the opportunity to download it is because this sheet of paper is a little bit thin, so you might want to print it out on a thicker piece of paper or a file folder. And then that's what we have. What we've been doing is this maze, and the idea is you figure out what the number is, what we've been doing, and then you find the path, right? And then you go all the way to the finish line. And then, what do we do? Oh, and then I give you another thing, which is called the reverse maze. The reverse maze is you get the number, you get the path, and then you're supposed to color in what this number is. So this number is 29. I want you to color in 20 and then color in the 9. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. How are we doing? Does this make sense? And that's it. And that's the reverse maze. Thank you so much for joining. So then we have our next number. No. And then we look in the back, and the back has the answers. So there is the answer key. Thank you everybody for joining. All right. So I did get the call for dinner time. Thank you so much for joining. That was just a little pop-up. I will be back in a little bit. Probably be about probably 2 hours from now. But thank you everybody for coming by and seeing how Abacus is all about. Okay, so for those of you who have any specific questions, if not, I am going to sign off and then I'll come back on later tonight. How are we doing? And then we'll start over. Thank you for teaching me the basics. Not a problem, LB, not a problem. I'm happy that you're able to keep my antics. That you're okay with my antics. I do have some sound bites that I really like to use. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you all in my next live. Have fun. Toodaloo, kangaroos. Bye. Thank you so much, LB. I appreciate that. Have a good night. If I don't see you...
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.